Hello everyone.
Hello.
Touchnot and Benny on the trail. We're on the trail of clanphail, also known as clanmacphail. It's October and it's clanmacphail month on the Touchnot channel. And Benny and I have been talking about a fella called John Paul Jones. He was an American privateer during the American Revolution. And he was quite a guy. He had a lot of ups and downs in his life. If you read about him, that's the absolute truth. We're going to take a little bit of an episode here about John Paul Jones. So he's in our month because he's a Paul, Benny. The name Paul is part of clanphail. It's one of the seps. It's one of the family names of phail. Paulson is another one. MacPaul is a third. There's several similar sounding and looking words like it. So John Paul Jones. This is just one chapter, as I've said. On September 22, 1776, the American privateer, remember we talked about that's a paid pirate. Privateer John Paul Jones attacked the city of Canso in Nova Scotia. A small town actually, Canso, Nova Scotia. He commanded the USS Providence, that's the Providence, Benny.
Oh.
He destroyed 15 vessels and damaged much of the property on shore. There he recruited men to fill the vacancies created by manning his prizes. So he needed men to run these ships that he had just got, Benny, right? He stole some ships, but they're not much good without sailors to sail them home. So he got some men to do that for him. He burned a British fishing schooner, sank another one, and captured a third. He then pillaged, which means took all the money and robbed the place. He pillaged the community of Petit de Gratte in Aracat on Isle Madame, Nova Scotia. The 9 ships with 300 men immediately surrendered to Jones. On the evening of September 25, a gale, which means a big storm, drove 3 of the prizes, means that's his ships that he got, onto shore, destroying them. So 3 of the ships were wrecked on the rocks by the waves. The remaining prizes were Alexander, the Kingston Packet, the Success, and the Defense. These are the ships' names. Jones destroyed a fishing business and plundered and razed the entire establishment. So these towns were feeding the British Navy, Benny, is what the story is here. These towns were feeding and helping out the British Navy, and John Paul Jones went up there to cut off some of the supplies from the British Navy that were being given to them by these towns in Nova Scotia. That's what's going on here, okay? All right, understand that?
Yeah.
I thought you would. He's a smart boy we got here, folks. On November 22, John Paul returned to Canso on the USS Alfred. Boats from the Alfred took a raiding party ashore. His crews burned a transport bound for Canada and a warehouse full of whale oil. A lot of money that Britain and the Royal Navy had up there. He's taking a lot of their money. Capturing a small schooner. In all he took 6 more ships, burned 1 and confiscated another. His next command came as a result of orders to liberate hundreds of American prisoners forced to labor in coal mines in Nova Scotia. So the British had a lot of our men up there making them dig coal in the ground, and he went up to try to get them out. Winter conditions prevented freeing the prisoners, but the mission did result in the capture of a large vessel carrying a vital supply of winter clothing for General Burgoyne's troops in Canada. So he was able to get the clothing and things that the British needed. This is part of wars, to take away people's supplies and money that allows them to fight their war, okay?
Oh, I get it.
Jones was assigned a smaller command, the USS Ranger, the same day that the Stars and Stripes flag was adopted. This is the same day that our flag became a flag, Ben. This is a long time ago. We have Flag Day every year in town. We have a parade, and that's the day. June the 14th is Flag Day. After making the necessary preparations, Jones sails for France with orders to assist the American cause however possible. One of the American commissioners in France was Benjamin Franklin, who listened to Jones' strategic recommendations. They promised him the command of the Indian, a new vessel being constructed by shipbuilders in the Netherlands.
I think I know Benjamin Franklin.
You've heard of Benjamin Franklin. I thought you might have.
Yeah.
That's why I wanted to make sure he was in this that I wrote. However, the British were able to divert the Indian ship away from American hands. It is thought that during this time, Jones developed his close friendship with Benjamin Franklin, who he greatly admired. It means he really liked the guy. He really liked what he did. Ben Franklin was a good guy to know. On February 6, 1778, France signed the Treaty of Alliance with America, formally recognizing the independence of the new American Republic. Very important document. 8 days later, Captain Jones' Ranger became the first American naval vessel, meaning ship, to be formally saluted by the French with a 9-gun salute fired from Captain Lamotte-Picquet's flagship. Jones wrote later of the event, "I accepted his offer all the more, for after all, it was a recognition of our independence and in the nation." On April 10th, Jones set sail from Brest, France, for the western coasts of Great Britain. Well, that's all for today, but he's going to attack ships and towns right in England now.
Yeah.
Yes, that's what he did. Very famous man. There's a lot more chapters of John Paul Jones' life we may get to during MacPhail month. So stay on the trail of clanphail with Touchnot and Benny.
Touch not.
Touchnot, my friends. We hope you're enjoying these segments with Benny and the Touchnot on the trail. Please subscribe, my friends. Thank you.